Welcome to Baxter Bell Yoga. I'm Baxter Bell. I'm here at the Oakland Yoga Studio today. Please come check out the studio the next time you're in town. And don't forget, you can order my t-shirts and the book Yoga for Healthy Aging that I co-authored with Nina Zolotov from my website, which is listed on your screen right now. Today I'm excited to share with you a wonderful releasing technique for the wrists that I was first exposed to in helping Timothy McCall with his book Yoga as Medicine. In the chapter on wrist issues, a chiropractor from the East Coast, Tom Alden, who I had the good pleasure of meeting before, shared with us all that technique that he calls the typist wrist flossing technique. I just call it wrist flossing these days. And it's a great technique for not only folks that are on computers a lot or holding the steering wheel a lot, but anyone doing a lot of repetitive action with the arms, even people doing really physically demanding work with the hands and arms can benefit from this. I've had some rock climbers find this very helpful. So there's a lot of folks that can benefit from this releasing technique for the wrists. For part 3 of wrist flossing, you'll start again with the fingers interlaced, the hands facing, palms facing down, shoulders relaxed, and the hands just a couple inches away from your chest. Now for this variation, we're going to spin the palms so they turn away from the body. That is the pronating action of the hands and wrists. So this will affect the joint a little bit differently, the joints a little bit differently than the other two variations that you may have already reviewed. As the shoulders stay relaxed, we're going to take that right wrist and bend it towards the body as the left wrist presses away from the body. We're going to keep the squeeze in the fingers, and I'm pulling in with that right wrist more than I'm pushing forward with the left wrist. So I get a little more active flexion on the right wrist and a little more passive extension through the left wrist. And we're staying for about a minute. I've noticed that as I go through this series, all 6 variations, usually 1 or 2 variations are more fruitful in creating stretch sensation, but I do them all anyway, just to kind of be complete in my practice. If your day is busy and you can only do 1 set now, do another one later on. So let's switch to the second side. So this time we're going to bring the left wrist in, pressing the right wrist forward. Watch out for the shoulders sneaking up. This particular variation seems to create more tension in the shoulders and neck for folks. So keep a conscious release to the shoulders. You're squeezing the fingers. The right wrist is pressing forward. The left wrist is drawing back. And I'm accentuating the left wrist drawing back towards my body right now. I'm patient, comfortable, working with the wrists in a good way, and staying for about 12 to 16 breaths, about a minute. And then you're going to go back and forth 3 or 4 times, kind of smoothly, just rhythmically going back after holding the static version initially. And then when you're done, release the hands, shake the hands out, and let your hands rest on your legs before you complete your practice. So that completes the wrist flossing sequence. You may have had a chance to do version 1 previously, and then version 2, and finally version 3. Whichever one you're working on today, I hope you enjoyed that. You can put them together to create one continuous practice that lasts about 7 or 8 minutes. So it does take a little while to do all of them because you're holding for a minute in each direction before then going back and forth a little bit, right? So that's going to take a little bit of time if you put it all together. I hope you enjoyed that. I found it very useful personally, and I've shared it with lots of students over the years, and they've also reported back that it's been very helpful for just generally creating more mobility and freedom in the wrists, forearms, and elbows. You can follow me on my website, baxterbell.com. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page and my YouTube channel of the name Baxter Bell Yoga. I have longer practices on the practice channel at the website yogayouonline.com, so make sure to check that out. And also, I thank you so much for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Namaste.